good morning. Welcome back to Morning Live. It's 9:23. Well, most of us don't make it into the end of January with our New Year's resolutions. A lot of people know that, right? Well, one UK study identified January 10th, believe it or not, as the day when most people actually give up. We have Jeanette Aro, founder of lifestyle company Charisma Luxe, with us here today.
Thank you.
And thank you for coming in. So let's just tell me just briefly what Charisma Luxe is about.
Sure. Charisma Luxe is a portfolio of brands in travel and rewards, lifestyle, business consulting. So yeah, so we perform different types of services. We have loyalty programs catered to women and in travel.
I love this. This is really exciting. I went on your website. It's fun to kind of look around and see exactly what you do. So let's gear around. You said you have 5 ideas of kind of keeping people sort of keep that target and get them past January 10th, as they say, and motivated to kind of follow through and get through that resolution that you perhaps made or those goals that you've set.
Right. So number one, it first starts with our mindset about resolutions. So we only tend to think about resolutions at the beginning of a new year. So if we were to think of resolutions as positive lifestyle changes that we work on during the year, this would help set our mind, set ourselves up for success.
Right. Yeah, right. That makes sense. Yeah. Absolutely.
So as we know, success in anything is 80% psychological and 20% mechanics or actions.
Right.
So once we have that mindset, it is about lifestyle changes.
Why isn't our mind so powerful?
I know, it's very powerful.
So you really have to focus on that, right?
Yes.
You really have to make that focus. Okay, number 2.
So number 2, so write them down and review them often. So it's really important to write them down.
Okay.
So when you write them down, you can either use, a notebook, your BlackBerry, iPad, iPhone, any of the current technologies to write them down. Then this gives you an opportunity to review them and look at the importance of which ones you want to start with first.
What almost really just helps you more identify it and attach yourself to it,
exactly.
right? And that way, if you kind of go away and then it takes you a while to revisit, you're like, oh, that's right. It was that important that I wrote it down, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes.
Right.
So number 3, now you need to promise yourself that you're going to commit and follow through at least to the end of January. You mentioned, the study that was done, that people usually tend to give up around the 10th of January. Now that's only 2 weeks into the new year, right?
Yeah.
So if you're able to make it through to the end of January, by now this would become part of your normal routine. So you're most likely to succeed and to continue and to achieve those goals.
And I guess that's kind of part and parcel when when they say, if you say you wanted to organize your entire house, well, don't do the whole house. Just pick a room or pick a maybe 15-20 minutes out of your day and do that, because it's almost just overwhelming to try. So if you can just make your goal as 1 month, January, you've already passed that deadline that they've given you, and away you go, and you're kind of maybe a little bit more locked in at that point.
Great. So that's a good segue into number 4.
Right.
So number 4 would be choosing one goal, right? Because we tend to have a list of resolutions and it can be quite daunting. So choose one and set objectives that will make it more achievable. So for example, as you know, at this time of year, the new year, weight loss is the #1 resolution.
Absolutely is, isn't it? For everybody, whether it's 5 pounds or 105 pounds, right?
Yeah. So make it achievable by, say, in January, the goal would be to plan meals ahead of time. So, February's goal would be to get rid of all the junk food in the house. And 3, say in March, would be to, start walking 3 times a week. So, step by step.
Not everything's happening at once, because then you set yourself up for a little bit of failure, right? So that way you're 1 step at a time, and again, success breeds more success. There you go. And then finally, we have
reward yourself.
Reward yourself.
Reward yourself. Now, it's important to reward yourself because that keeps your motivation. So one of the things that my company Charisma Luxe does is that we create different events for women that would, centered around a stress-free day where they can enjoy, shopping excursion, getting a manicure and a nice lunch. So this could be used as one of those rewards at the end of your first milestone.
And I think that's a great goal, because everyone, a lot of times women just go, especially if you have children and you're just running around, and your children and a career, just to have that day where that is a great goal, and helps you achieve success.
So it's really important to celebrate those milestones.
Absolutely is. We're going to put your website up on the screen again, and if you're looking for more information, charismalux.com. Thank you so much for coming on the show. Good stuff. And again, it's all about reaching our goals. So one goal at a time. Write it down and visit it often.
Awesome.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll be back with more Morning Live right after this.